So now we're going to do flexion stiffness. So some people have both of these. You might just have one. If you just had extension, you can stop here. And if you just had the flexion stiffness, then this is the part of the video that you'll want to pay close attention to. So I'm going to teach you the program here, and then all of the kind of postural recommendations are appropriate for both, but they're especially appropriate for the flexion stiffness. So the first exercise here, you can do this over a couple weeks if you like, is the one knee to chest and the double knee to chest. So you are doing a 10-second hold of one knee to the chest and 10 reps at least 3 times a day. Or you can do both knees up and in, holding the knees for 10 seconds, 10 reps a day. These are great for reducing that flexion-based stiffness. They're very gentle exercises, and this is a really great place to start. So next is to start working with a forward bend. So in this time, we are going to do a seated forward bend. If you have a really hard time with this, it can be helpful to put something under your butt, whether it's a pillow or a blanket, just to raise yourself up a little bit. You can also do this on a chair, and just separate the knees wide and then bend forward between your knees. That's probably the easiest way to do this. You're going to hold for 5 to 10 seconds, and you're going to do 10 repetitions, and you're going to do this at least 3 times a day. You can do it more frequently if you'd like. This is going to stretch out all of those tissues on the back and reduce that stiffness that you're feeling so that you can start to bend forward easily. Now we're on to phase 3. So this is a forward fold, a standing forward fold, like you can see here. You're going to bend forward for 2 and hold that for 2 seconds, and you're going to do 10 repetitions at least 3 times a day. I like to walk the hands down the legs, so I have the extra support of the hands, because this is definitely the most demanding of all of the exercises. Once you get to phase 3, we're anticipating that things are starting to loosen up. You're starting to feel stronger and better. And so you're ready for this, but feel free to extend the previous 2 phases if you need to in order to be fully ready for phase 3 here. So that is the program for the flexion and extension stiffness type of back. And now we're going to look at some general recommendations that are great for everybody who has any stiffness in their back. The first is the slouch over correct drill. So anytime you find yourself slouching, then you basically overcorrect. So you overarch the back in order to get out of that slouched position, and then you go back to a neutral position. It's important to take micro breaks throughout the day, especially if you're an office worker. So take a quick 5-second, 8-second, 1-minute break, arching, twisting, maybe rolling your neck around, something like that. Just trying to stop yourself from going into that stiffness pattern and letting everything congeal in that pattern. So if you are still working with a flexion stiffness and you haven't had improvement after week 2, then you may want to reduce the reps to 5 instead of doing 10 reps, and extend the holds to 15 seconds. If at any time while you're doing these exercises you start to get some pain in the leg or going down the leg, then we would need to reclassify you, because something else is going on underneath the stiffness, and it's the reason for the stiffness. And so we want to ensure that we get you on the right track here.